Friends, gather round, it's time to talk about everyone's favorite copper-plated nuisance, the penny. You know, that tiny, almost weightless disc you find clogging up your pockets and change purses. The one you wouldn't bend down to pick up if it was lying right there on the sidewalk. Yeah, that one. Well, it seems even President Trump got tired of the penny's shenanigans. In a move that surprised absolutely no one paying attention to the national deficit, he recently declared war on the 1-cent piece. That's right, folks. On February 11th, 2025, Trump took to his favorite soapbox, Truth Social, to announce a halt to penny production. Now, I know what you're thinking. Finally, someone had the guts to say it, and you wouldn't be alone. For years, the penny has been the subject of much debate, with many arguing that it's nothing more than a relic of a bygone era. But hold your horses, because killing off the penny might be a tad more complicated than just wishing it away. Buckle up, buttercups, because we're diving head first into the wacky world of America's most controversial coin. Let's be honest, the penny has always been the black sheep of the currency family. It can't even buy you a stick of gum anymore. In fact, it costs more to make a penny than it's actually worth. That's right, folks, the US Mint has been losing money hand over fist just to keep these copper-coated clunkers in circulation. We're talking 3.7 cents to make a single penny. It's like throwing good money after bad, which, let's be real, is kind of on brand for this administration. This fiscal fiasco has been going on for nearly 2 decades, with the Mint racking up millions in losses each year. In 2024 alone, those losses totaled a whopping $85.3 million. I mean, that's enough money to buy a whole lot of things that aren't pennies. So the question remains, why are we still clinging to this monetary millstone? Now, before we start planning the penny's retirement party, there's a slight snag in Trump's plan. It turns out that unilaterally declaring the penny dead is a bit beyond his presidential pay grade. Who knew? You see, the power to change currency specifications actually lies with Congress, thanks to something called the Coinage Act of 1792. Naturally, this hasn't stopped legal challenges from popping up like mushrooms after a spring rain. Experts seem to agree that while the Treasury Secretary might have a smidgen of wiggle room, actually killing the penny would require those folks in Congress to actually agree on something. Given their track record, I wouldn't hold your breath. Even if Congress managed to pull it together and retire the penny, the drama doesn't end there. The real head-scratcher is what happens next. Do we just round everything up to the nearest nickel? Sounds simple enough, right? Well, not so fast. Some folks, particularly those who enjoy a good conspiracy theory, are crying foul, claiming this so-called rounding tax would disproportionately impact consumers. Others, like the folks over at Americans for Common Sense, yes, that's a real thing, argue that getting rid of the penny would just force the mint to make more nickels, which, you guessed it, also lose money. It's a real pickle, folks. So there you have it. The humble penny, a tiny coin with a surprisingly complicated story. Will it survive this latest attempt on its life? Or will it finally be relegated to the dusty annals of history? Only time will tell.